This is the video about friendship, not for those who have a lot of friends, but for those who don't have many friends. I can understand, you people might have doubts in your mind when you see people around you who have a group of friends and they always show off their friendship, lifestyle, happiness, entertainment, which makes you wonder, are you on the right track? And is it okay not to have friends? So in this video, I am going to talk about the unfair advantage you have if you don't have friends. What's the psychology behind not making friends and some case studies of successful people who are alone and don't make friends. So let's begin. Look, it's totally fine if you don't have a bunch of friends, and here's why. Firstly, everyone is different. Some people enjoy being with lots of friends, while others might feel more comfortable on their own. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. Just like some people like chocolate ice cream and others prefer vanilla, people have different preferences when it comes to friendships. Also, some people really value their alone time. They might have hobbies or activities they love doing independently. For example, reading, drawing, or building things. It doesn't mean they don't like people. It just means they recharge and feel happy doing things on their own. Another reason is that you might feel anxious or shy in big social groups. Making friends can be a bit challenging for you, and that's completely okay. It doesn't make you any less awesome. Some people are like solo adventurers, exploring the world in their own unique way. Sometimes you just haven't found your tribe yet. It takes time to meet people who share similar interests and vibes. Friendship is like good books, it can take time to discover. It's crucial to remember that the number of friends doesn't define someone's worth. Whether you have one friend or 10, what matters most is that the connections you have, even though it might seem unusual. But there are people who found their own path to happiness and success without making any friends. Nikola Tesla, a brilliant inventor and scientist. He spent much of his time working on amazing inventions and discoveries. Tesla believed that solitude allowed him to focus deeply on his work. He once explained, "The mind is sharper and keener in seclusion and uninterrupted solitude. Originality thrives in seclusion, free of outside influences." In more recent times, there's Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft. He's known for spending long hours working on technology and making a big impact on the world. While he has friends, he also values alone time to think and plan. Bill Gates shared, "I think it's nice to find time to be alone." These individuals found fulfillment in their own company, believing that solitude allowed them to explore their thoughts and ideas deeply. You know how sometimes after playing with friends or being in a big group, people feel a bit tired? It's same for introverts when they meet people. They need some quiet time alone to recharge their batteries. When introverts spend time alone, it's not because they don't like others. It's because they love having time to think deeply. It's like having a special space in their minds where they can explore their thoughts and feelings without any interruptions. This helps them understand themselves better. Imagine you have a treasure chest full of your favorite toys. When you're alone, you can take each toy out, play with it, and really enjoy it. For introverts, spending time alone is like opening their own treasure chest of thoughts and interests. It's their way of exploring and enjoying what's inside their minds. Introverts also use this time to focus on things they really love. It could be reading a good book, drawing, or doing a hobby they enjoy. When they're alone, they can put all their attention into these activities, like a spotlight shining on something special. Being alone doesn't mean you don't like people. It means you're taking care of yourself. Just like how you need to eat healthy food for your body, spending time alone is like feeding your mind with peace and calm. You see, not all friendships are like sunny days. Some can be like stormy weather, making you feel tired and sad. It's okay to say, "I need a break from the storm." Choosing to be on your own is like finding a cozy shelter where you can feel safe and happy. Marilyn Monroe said, "It's far better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone." Your mind is like a garden. You want to plant flowers of joy and positivity, right? Toxic friendships can be like weeds, trying to take over your garden. Taking time for yourself is like pulling those weeds, making your mental garden a beautiful and happy place. It's not about not liking friends or being unfriendly. It's about being a good friend to yourself. Plutarch said, "I don't need a friend who changes when I change and who nods when I nod. My shadow does that much better." When you have time to yourself, it's like diving into a special zone where you can really focus on what you're doing. You know how when you're playing your favorite game or drawing and you're so into it that time just flies? That's called deep focus and flow states. It's like a magic spell that makes you do your best work. Imagine you're working on a cool project like building something or creating art. When you have solo time, you can can really get into the zone. It's like being a scientist in a lab, experimenting and trying new things without any interruptions. You're free to let your imagination run wild and come up with amazing ideas. And having fewer friends doesn't mean you're isolated. You can actually build super strong connections with your family, mentors, or even online communities. These relationships can be like a cozy blanket, providing comfort and support. Sometimes, not having a huge friend group allows you to be closer to the people you care about. You have the time and energy to invest in meaningful conversations and activities. It's not about the number of friends you have. It's about the quality of connections. Another benefit that you have of not having friends is that you save a lot of money because friends hang out a lot, and when you hang out less in places that cost money, like fancy restaurants or pricey events, you end up spending less cash. You get to decide where your money goes. Financial independence means you have the freedom to choose a frugal lifestyle. Maybe you're into saving up for something big, like a dream vacation or a cool gadget. By spending less on social stuff, you're one step closer to reaching your goals, and you also know the pressure of friends. Sometimes, friends might want to do things that strain your wallet. But when you don't have any, you are saving those dollars for something more meaningful. Now, this video is not against making friends, so don't get me wrong. Having friends is great too. Friends can bring so much joy and fun into your life. You can share stories, play games together, and help each other out. Friends can also teach you new things. Maybe your friend loves animals and tells you cool facts about them. Or perhaps they're good at math, and they help you understand a tricky problem. But you know what's most important? Being true to yourself. Whether you have lots of friends or just a few, what matters is being happy with who you are. So remember, it's totally fine not to have many friends. You get to explore your own world and discover what makes you awesome. And if you have friends, that's awesome too. They add extra colors to the canvas of your life. Whatever path you choose, as long as you're happy and true to yourself, you're doing just fine. But there is still a problem left. Just like loneliness, there is another misconception that overthinking is bad, and everyone must stop overthinking in order to be successful, which is completely wrong. I have made this video in which I have explained in detail about the positive side of overthinking, so must check it out.